tell me your maybe exhaustive definition of what it means to be globally ready? What does it mean, global readiness?
When people actually could be on the same page regarding knowledge or skills, and also to understand each other. So I think to be globally ready, you need not only skills and knowledge, but you also have to be equipped with cultural understanding. So in order to be a global citizen, you need to be able to know the language, to communicate, to know how to communicate, and so to speak the same language with different people around the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, you know, like being proficient in whatever it is that's the, you know, global lingua franca, you know, and, you know, in today's context, it's English, right? It's key to becoming a globally ready person. Are there any other qualities that you think are necessary to global readiness?
I want to emphasize on communication as well. In order to be effective communicator, you need to know the language, but you also need to know how to communicate. So the how to communicate would include not only that you know the language well, but you also understand the culture.
Yeah.
And so to communicate effectively.
Yeah, otherwise you would just seem very out of touch.
Exactly.
And even if you're really proficient in the language, you will not make your point heard, or nothing will come across.
Yeah.
So obviously you talked at length about the advanced Australian education system, especially for people in their formative years. But let's elaborate more on you know, the high school years, where there's a lot of personal transformation going on. So how do Australian high schools prepare young individuals for global citizenship? How do they make the students more globally ready?
I think for senior secondary education, the focus is more on personalization or on personal learning plan for each student. Each student capabilities, interests, the career paths they have in mind.
So a very strong focus on individuality and very tailored to each different individual.
Yes. So that's why there will be some compulsory subjects. For all states, the compulsory subject would be English. Some states would make math compulsory. But apart from that, students would be able to choose whatever subjects they want to do.
Just their own pathway.
Yes. So we Vietnamese students studying in Australia, for example, are very successful. I think they are successful because they can choose subjects that matter to them. And so they have really high ATA scores in Australia.